There is a massive shift happening right now in the global workforce, and it's all being driven by a new, much more powerful kind of AI. We're going to unpack this whole transformation, and we're starting with a real bombshell announcement from one of the biggest names in tech.
Wow. I mean, that's about as blunt as it gets, right? That's the CEO of Salesforce, Mark Benioff. When the leader of a company that huge says, "I need less heads," about his own customer support division, it just sends shockwaves through the entire industry. This isn't just about one company's spreadsheet. It's a huge signal of a much, much bigger change.
4,000 roles. Just think about that number for a second. That's the scale we're talking about. That number represents thousands of careers, thousands of people being directly impacted by this new technology. But the full story, well, it isn't just about cuts. It's about a fundamental restructuring.
Okay, so here's where the story gets really interesting. It's all about the framing. You see the headline view, right? It looks like a dramatic cut. But Salesforce, they're calling it a rebalance. They say they just stopped hiring to replace people who left the support team, and get this, they successfully moved hundreds of other employees into completely different parts of the company, like sales. It's a subtle difference in words, but it's a really important one.
So what kind of technology is powerful enough to trigger a rebalance on that kind of scale? Okay, let's dive into it.
Look, this isn't about the chatbots or the little AI assistants we're all kind of used to by now. The technology that's driving this change is something else entirely. It's a huge leap from AI that helps you do your work to AI that can actually do the work for you. It's a whole new ballgame.
The key term you have to know here is agentic AI. See, instead of just doing one little thing when you ask it to, these AI agents can handle an entire multi-step process from start to finish completely on their own. And the difference here is, well, it's everything. Think of it like this. A co-pilot is like a navigator. It sits next to you, giving you suggestions. But an agent is the driver. It can read a customer's email in one app, go update their profile in another, draft and send a reply, and then log the whole thing, all without a human ever touching the keyboard.
And you can bet that this jump from assistant to an autonomous worker is not just a Salesforce thing. It is creating a massive ripple effect across the entire global economy.
And one of the first places you can see the ground shaking is in the massive global IT services industry. You know, these are the companies whose entire business model for decades has been built on armies of human workers. And now, that entire model is being challenged. And this isn't just a feeling. We've got the hard data. Take a look at Tata Consultancy Services, or TCS. They're a giant in the IT world, a real bellwether for the whole sector. And look at their headcount. It's gone down for 2 straight quarters. This isn't just a slow hiring season. This is a deliberate strategy as the company plows more money into AI-driven automation.
And this right here, this really gets to the heart of the matter. It's not just jobs anymore. It's entire business models that are under pressure. I mean, think about it. If you're a software company and one AI agent can do the work of 5 people, do your clients really need to buy 5 licenses anymore? And for service companies, how do you keep billing by the hour when AI can do it faster? What it all boils down to is this. The era of selling human time is coming to an end. The new currency is all about automated outcomes. So when you see a shift this massive in the workplace, it naturally leads to a huge question. If AI agents are the new workforce, what does that mean for the human workforce? And maybe more importantly, are we preparing the next generation for this new reality?
Well, a new report on K-12 STEM education frames this as not just a workplace issue, but as a matter of national competitiveness. The argument is that how ready our future workforce is directly tied to the country's economic strength and security.
And to show you just how serious this is, the report pulls out this absolutely powerful quote from a landmark 1983 study called A Nation at Risk. The message is simple. If our education system is failing, it's as serious as an act of war. And the authors of this new report? They argue today's challenges are even greater. The price tag for falling behind is, well, it's almost hard to wrap your head around. One analysis projects that just the learning losses from the recent pandemic could cost the U.S. economy an estimated $28 trillion over the next century. It's a staggering reminder of what's at stake.
So what's the game plan? Well, the report calls for a national overhaul.
We're talking about better ways to track what's actually working in STEM education, getting government agencies to actually talk to each other, adding computer science to our national tests, and frankly, demanding to see the receipts. Where is the money going and is it making a difference?
And all of this brings us back to that one single critical question. We are watching a new automated workforce being born. This technology isn't some far-off theory anymore. It's here, and it's being deployed right now. So the real question we have to ask ourselves is this: are we preparing our human workforce to compete, to collaborate, and to thrive alongside it? Or are we setting them up to be left behind?